What is a beam? You put a dot on somebody's head. What is a beam? When you look at the sun and then you're shooting out of your face or your head. What is a beam? When you're pew. With what? Anything that's shot like an arrow. They say outbursts and all these things, but how can an outburst even happen if the other person is not doing or saying stupid things? You should know your friends. You should know your group. This is one of the reasons why it's 1-1 when it comes to a group. Why are you here right now? What are you doing? What do you want to do with your life? I know what I want to do. You don't see super groups. But you do see some of these same people that's talking ish saying he gonna do this, he gonna do that, but not a part of one of those groups. That's my problem. How about you challenge me to a match? I'm just a regular guy. Some of these guys are looked up to. I don't got more time than them. My skill is way more limited than theirs too. But that don't mean nothing. It's like, shut this dude up, alright? Let me show you something. That's it. You're better than me. It doesn't matter about nothing else instead of the air being thick. You want me to shut up. When I stop talking, that's when I shut up. And then when I do stop talking, and then when you do stop saying something about a woman, I know. That's when I really will shut up. Seriously. I think, personally, they saw some people here for this fact. The shallowness in the 3 foot is the only thing about the act. It's not an act. I swear to God. So every time somebody gets mad, if you look to exactly the reason why you're mad, you can calm down in 3 minutes, 2 minutes? Then you're cool. How long did it take you to get there? So, since you said that my direction is here, but the foot is actually headed where you're at. Where is your head headed at? So if your head is headed straight and it's headed back, but I'm diagonal, the ground is wet. So where's your shoes at? Right or wrong? How did you go right? How? Okay then. Somebody has power in the drum. What if you had 2 little? Then what will happen to the little car? I think it'll dust them. The controller on the person with the most energy won't broom right, as they would say. It won't sweep right. So I think that it would dust them on both sides. So I wonder what my son would do. Go to a dorm and be like, wow, why am I in this dorm room? But damn, look at that sight though. Now on my phone, my camera's messed up. But it looks really, really bright though. But looking how I'm looking right now, it looks icy. But all I see is my sun. His eyes is big, right? But they're wet. They're unmagnetized. They're magnetized because of the magnetism in the air compared to ice, compared to a freezer. But then the text message is the freezer. So freezer does what to a freezer? Bye. It just points in a direction, which is straight. And I might have to do this, I might have to do that. That's because the energy is great. And when you say sick, that means ill. So when you do that, let's do this then. When you're sick, and then when you thinking about that, your energy wouldn't be like this. Flat. I don't want it held down. I need it turned up. That's the fucking problem. If my shit was turned up, I think everybody get lifted up. So I had to catch up. Right? Or wrong. And it took 1.5 years just for that. So an unorthodox person would take 3 years for that. Well damn, how about my son? Where's the energy at? Let's ask campus that. Anybody willing to take the challenge on that? I come to the same spot. They do the same thing. Run the same ops. Still be mad. But none of these niggas has never not had their son that they took care of though. And he just left. He's on campus, right? So this would mean that, yeah, let him go ahead with, yeah, boom, 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 okay. Then, okay. When you find a dark spot, accuracy illusion, and effectiveness will not the future. You know? So, yeah. Now go ahead and issue whatever you want, but after this issue, your accuracy is not gonna be what you really want. I'm telling you. So go ahead, man. Because people be cool up until somebody directs them. But if they're undirected, then it's pipes will direct them. Talk or drive. I can't drive, so I'm gonna talk. So I'm gonna Kamayathin. I gotta Kamayathin for you. I'm gonna say this every day up until I get them back. And once I do, we're gonna see what's really to be exact. Because every single time they get hyped up, this is where I'm at. They will never let me leave right here, right below my chest. But they will always shoot where I'm at. I wonder why. It makes no sense if I'm not part of their guys or their guides. So they got to say, oh yeah, this and that, but never, ever guide their own guys unless they're in their own building. This can be any organization or profitable building. This is a leading to teaching. So I don't understand why they do these things for certain reasons. Oh, you got to do this, blah, blah, blah. He died, he did this. Like, forget all that. Where is the child? You drive all day. You have gas. E85. Damn, the dude, I just seen him. I already know what he's going to say. That's cool, but if you ain't getting mad about it and do something, then ain't nobody talking about this like that, then I'm just about to have her do this. Like, I don't give a damn about that then. That's thin. I'm messed up. What's thick is the air when somebody knows that the energy is stating that you messed up. So what's up? That's a warning break. It has been a warning break. Warning, warning, warning. Oh my God, there's 1 to 2, and then next thing you know, shrink. Here comes the security guard. Keep going. one thing that I do like is right when they do come, the roof and Chris is already on. So go ahead, man. Do what you do. Because next time it gets like this, I'm not going to be able to feel because my hands are going to be holding this. So why hold this? And hold a grudge. When I can be holding on to something like a son with an A+. So the more that they get mad and I can't, that's my grudge. This is my light on my grudge. This is my bright on my grudge. You never knew how to be bright up until you couldn't even go to school. I've been at school since 11th grade. Matter of fact, what is today? It's Saturday, 4 days to my birthday, but they always say the same thing. Right when the memory comes back, or we wipe it. How about you take the tie off, the jacket off, go to the school, yo, this dude lost his son. We're gonna lose this contract. What kind of contract is it? It's a conscious contract. You gotta be conscious of everything. That's really what it is. We can afford to do this, but y'all can. So who got the type of friendship to want to win? Charge that up. Goddamn ankles suck right now. But you wanna shoot something. Never ever talk to a principal and tell him, hey, yo, bus is about to blow a tire because I really want to shoot something. That's how much energy I got. That'll change the magnitude and the altitude. Yo, this phone that I got is like 7G. What that mean? I can walk past your school and everybody in your class can get an A+ for about a month. What kind of 7G is that? I'm going to show you what type of G that is. And I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about an OG. But you ain't even got to say all that. You can show that when you talk to the principal. That's what I'm saying. Direct your energy somewhere else and become your own principal, man. And have your own principles. With that being said, man, have a good night. But things can still get called out of the air because of a non-physical fight, or because somebody don't like, but they light. So when there is a light, what does that mean then? That means that your yellow light is like, slow down, man, and listen. It ain't no play your position. This why am I wearing jeans that's a size 44 and I can't get a job still? You're not doing it. You're doing this. You're doing that. Okay, so if that's the case, how in the is my energy not feeling like it's real energy then? You play your apps. I turned them apps off, but why can't you call in the app that you want? It makes no sense. You got the most bossed up person sitting the bench at all times. Just let them argue then. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna pull out these strings then. And I ain't talking about violin until you start playing the fucking violin. And then what? You eat some chocolate symphony bar? Or are you gonna go to MP Theater? To Google? And then we're gonna bet large. I bet he can play an A note, A7, whatever note, better than your person that can play that note. They say, oh no, looking at your face, right? So after you do it, then what? How much we made right there? That's 15,000. That quick. I'm just waiting for him to say the money. Damn. That's how much I'm investing in your body and shit with my words. How much can you invest in with them strings then? All right then. Happened last night then.